I played Fortnite, but I only get to pick up weapons in the final fight. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Now, let's get into it. I started out the game by dropping at this old house on a hill. I farmed it out for mats, which I never ended up using. I ran down this hill to the other little hut. Remember, I'm not allowed to pick up weapons until the top 2. I mined into this house, mined the chest just for fun, even though I know I wouldn't be able to take anything out of it, apart from the medkit and the ammo. I decided to go for the bush camping strat, so I ran over to this bush, but noticed there was a chest inside, so it wouldn't work. I'd have to go to another bush with no chests inside to fully be able to hide myself well. So I ran over to this other bush, went inside it, and this is where I stayed for a while. I knew that I had stayed there long enough, so I left and went towards another bush that was closer towards the center. I ran over to this large bush right next to the lake and stayed here for a very, very long time. Finally, after a while, my bush was out of zone, so I had to go back and run towards the zone and find another, better bush to hide in. At this point, there were 35 people left, and I thought I was being shot at as I moved, but it turns out I wasn't. So I ran to this other bush that was in zone, and I also spent a while in this one. This bush was right next to the Star Wars camp where Darth Vader had landed, so I decided to go loot it and see if there was some shockwaves or any other loot there that I could take for myself. There were 4 shockwaves there that came in relatively handy later in the game. I ran back to the bush because it was still in zone and very close to where I was. So now my bush was out of zone and I had to run into zone to get another bush. I snuck around as quietly as I could and slowly as I could so no one would see me and find out where I was. I managed to find another bush, which I stayed in for a little while. So now again, my bush was out of storm, so I'd have to run into storm and find another bush. But there were no other bushes in storm. At this point, there were 8 people left, and I was already thinking that I might be able to do it. I ran behind this rock, but a very stressful situation happened. There were players everywhere, and I had barely anywhere to hide. I was just crouching behind a rock, minding my own business, and people were all around me. I placed a waypoint there to check if it was out of the storm zone, which it was, annoyingly. I was looking around to see if there were any other bushes, but it turned out that there were not. When I came out of the menu, I looked around, jumped out of my hiding spot, then noticed that there was someone right there. I was very scared by that and don't know what would have happened if I had come out any farther. Luckily, they went away and fought on a hill, so I made my break. I tried to go around the edge of the zone to see if I could find a better hiding spot. I shockwaved over to here and then ran up this mountain. Someone noticed me and started shooting at me. I shockwaved away down to here. And then I noticed this vent back here. I crawled into it and camped there for a while. Finally, there were 2 people left. My hiding spot was out of zone, so I came out and got my guns. I saw the footsteps of the person around me, thought it was the AI, accidentally shot the AI, and the AI started doing major damage to me. I tried to shoot the AI with the boat, but ended up getting very low. I jumped out of the boat and swam behind the boat ramp thing when I had only 100 health left. I got down to 46 before I realized that the last person was right over there. I swam towards them and tried to get the kill off. But I ended up running inside to heal. The storm was right next to me the whole time. I was on 66 health, the last person, and I shockwaved into the water. And I noticed they were there, still not shooting at me. I cracked their shield, and they ran up onto the builds to try and shoot me down. There, I shot at them. I was so low, and yes, I won. I managed to win a game without getting guns until the final 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a good day, and goodbye.